Hi, everyone. Larry Bailey here with Mortgage Workflow Partners, bringing you another weekly newsletter. There's a lot of stuff going on in the markets. You definitely want to pay attention. This information comes to you straight from mbshighway.com. Most importantly, it's brought to you from Mortgage Workflow Partners and the Mastery Encompass series. If you're serious about wanting to learn how to use Encompass as a user or as an admin, please get over to masteryencompass.com and check things out. So, here's the newsletter. This is October 21st, and this is going to be the week of October 14th, 2024 in review. We've got the stories talking about new home construction eased in September, but home builders are feeling more positive about the future. We're going to talk about these stories, focusing first on home builder confidence rising for the second straight month. New construction slowed in September. Retail sales beat estimates, and jobless claims suggest weakness in the labor sector. Let's get into this first story. Homebuilder confidence rises for the second straight month, and we've got this great image on here from the National Association of Home Builders. That's NAHB. The home builder sentiment, you can see how it oscillated here from May through August and into October, where it pivots up. And so when we get into the story here, what we're talking about is easing inflation, and the anticipation of falling mortgage rates have led to an improvement in home builder sentiment, per the National Association of Home Builders, NAHB. They reported that their housing market index increased 2 points to 43 in October. What does this mean? While home builder confidence remains below the 50, which, as a reminder, this is the contraction territory, it's risen for 2 straight months after declining throughout spring and summer. October also brought improvements for all 3 index components, which are buyer traffic, current and future sales expectations. Builders are clearly feeling better about the housing market rising over the next 6 months as future sales expectations jumped 4 points and further into expansion territory above the 50 mark. NAHB's chair, Carl Harris, confirmed that, quote, builders are feeling more optimistic about the 2025 conditions, close quote. So we'll see how that happens. We are seeing mortgage rates continuing to edge up. So there's more to come on that in future conversations here. So make sure you always tune in. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. If you want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe so you get notified as soon as we drop new episodes. This next story is all about new construction slowing in September. So new home construction, as it sees on the image here, we've got some month-over-month and year-over-year numbers. All of them are in decline except for completions. Completions year-over-year are up 14.6%. It's a very interesting way to do this. So when we go through the information that's on here, the housing starts eased from August to September as we saw a small increase in single-family home building, but all that was really outweighed by a decline in multifamily projects. And all the time we're watching this seesaw between single-family units and multifamily units, and where's the money and where are the builders putting their money. We saw a similar pattern in building permits, which are forward-looking indicators for new home inventory. Single-family completions also declined for the month, which will not help on the inventory front, unfortunately. So the bottom line for the story here is while builders are feeling more confident about the future, new home construction is still not keeping up with demand. We know this, and the limited new supply relative to the household growth should continue to support home prices. This next story is retail sales beat estimates. So we see retail sales rising 0.4% in September, which is above the 0.3% gain the market was expecting. The core reading, which gets plugged into the gross domestic product, also known as GDP, rose a much stronger than expected 0.7%, which may lead to stronger GDP estimates down the line. The big difference here is in this story is that overall the sales figures for September show that the consumer spending remains resilient and strong spending is expected to continue throughout this holiday season. The National Retail Sales Federation, which is, by the way, the world's largest retail trade association, has projected that holiday sales are expected to increase between 2.5 and 3.5% compared to last year. We'll see. Obviously, if we keep seeing people continue to spend money, that actually puts more pressure on inflation, which is, by the way, why 10-year Treasury continues to go up, why mortgage-backed securities continue to cause rates to rise higher for mortgages, because where we thought we were going to kind of hit a slow mark and we're going to not see inflation, everybody keeps spending money. So we'll see what this does. We'll see what this does to the markets. This next story is jobless claims suggest weakness in the labor sector. So initial jobless claims fell 19,000 in the latest week, with 241,000 people filing for unemployment benefits for the very first time. Continuing claims, they rose by 9,000 as 1.867 million people are still receiving benefits after filing their initial claim. This story is all about initial jobless claims, and they've been volatile in the last recent weeks as hurricanes have caused a spike in filings to the highest level since July of this year. Though it's important to note that we've seen an uptick in claims among non-hurricane impacted states as well, which points to some weakness in the labor sector. Meanwhile, continuing claims, they also rose to their highest levels since July and are near highs from November 2021. The data continues to suggest that employers have slowed down their pace of hiring and people are collecting benefits for a longer period of time. If you're into the family hack of the week that involves food, here's the recipe. If you want to get the video for this recipe that's seen on screen right now, go ahead and head over to either our YouTube channel using Mastering Encompass, or head over to mortgage.community and check it out there. For those that are listening to this replay on podcast, thanks very much. Video is much better. You can actually follow along with what I'm talking about here. Here's what we're going to look for the rest of this week, gang. We're going to look for updates for September's existing and new home sales on Wednesday and Thursday, respectively. Thursday also brings the latest jobless claims report. And as I said a few moments ago, we are continuing to see upward pressure on interest rates. So a lot of this information is happening as we speak, where, as I've always said, if you've been listening to me for a long enough time, you would have heard me say, always take the deal that you have in hand and get it closed, because you never know what's going to come around the front tomorrow. Rates go up, mortgage rates go up way faster than they come down. It's not even close. So keep in touch with what we're doing. Again, if you could give us a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, that tells us that you like what we're doing, and we'll keep it coming. My name is Larry Bailey, and again, if you want anything to do with the Encompass platform brought to you from ICE Mortgage Technology, we are experts on that, as well as workflow reviews. Head over to masterencompass.com or mortgageworkflowpartners.com. We'll see you there. Thank you.